You're listening to the How to Talk to Girls podcast, where you'll learn step-by-step how to meet and seduce beautiful women. Whether you're looking for one night of fun, a week-long fling, or a long-term relationship. I'm your host, Trip, and the episode starts now. Hello and welcome to another episode of the How to Talk to Girls podcast. I'm your host, Trip Kramer from tripadvice.com. On today's episode, I want to give you one of my favorite openers and then talk a little bit about how to follow up with that opener when you are going out and meeting women during the day. And I'm sure you have this. Maybe right now it's cold in a lot of parts of the world in the Northern Hemisphere. But if you're going out and you see women anywhere, on the sidewalk, the grocery store, at the mall, wherever you are, you probably want to know what to say to them. Well, I got some openers that you can use, and we'll go over that today. Really quick, some announcements. If you don't already know, I have a book out. It is called Magnetic: Cultivate Confidence, Become Rejection-Proof, and Naturally Attract the Women You Desire. 170 pages of pure glory. That's right. I wrote this puppy. This is basically an A to Z guide with action steps in terms of how to meet and attract women. And there's some openers in there as well, and really good information that you can use when you're going out and meeting girls. Information like techniques, strategies, so you don't have to do this on your own. So check that out on Amazon or check it out in the show notes here. Just go to the show notes and you'll see the link, or go to Amazon, type in Trip Kramer Magnetic or Magnetic Trip, or just Trip Kramer. Trip is with 2 P's if you don't already know. And you'll see it there on Amazon. Order it today. And I promise if you do read it and use it, you'll get results. I've already heard of people emailing in, DMing me on Instagram, saying that they're only a couple chapters in and they're already seeing results because they're going out and making this work for them. Even if they do have approach anxiety, they've been able to bust through it because they're reading the book, they're putting stuff to use. Real quick, by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, you should. My Instagram handle is @TripAdvice. Sometimes people DM me. I don't always get the chance to say hello. A lot of people DM me, but sometimes I do. And yeah, say hello, comment on a photo, come over to Instagram. I'm over there @TripAdvice. Again, that's 2 P's. You'll see me there. I post quite frequently. Cool. So let's get into it. Today we're talking about one of my favorite openers. I did not make this up. I heard this somewhere. I thought it was awesome. And really, I think it should be used all over the place. Here's the opener. Conversation opener. See a girl, go up to her and say, "Hey, excuse me, sorry. I noticed you over here and you looked nice." That's the line. That's it. And I'll teach you how to follow up on that. But really, I want to dissect this line for you and why it's so good. You're going to go up to a girl. You're going to say, "Hey, excuse me, sorry." This gets her attention. So she's like, "Oh, what's going on?" You're going to get in front of her. By the way, this is key. And if you don't know how to do this, drill this. Okay, sometimes it's going to take practice. You might need to drill this, meaning you might have to practice over and over, getting in front of her, telling her to stop, not literally saying stop. "Excuse me, sorry." And then you get in front of her and you say, "I noticed you over here." Point somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Like you noticed her walking somewhere. Or maybe she's stopped because you're at the grocery store. "Hey, I noticed you over here." And then just point to where you are right now and say, "You look nice." That's it. You look nice. It's almost vague, and it should be. She's kind of like, wait, I look nice, like I look nice, like I look pretty, or I look like a nice person. We want that to be kind of vague there. We want her kind of guessing a little bit, like not sure. I don't want it to be too direct where you say you look cute or pretty. I just don't like that. I don't like setting yourself up for that because a lot of that can be instant rejection sometimes where a girl just doesn't feel like being hit on. But if you say, "Oh, you look nice," and start a little bit of a more random conversation, then it could easily flow. We want that one to easily flow with you guys. So I want you to try that out. "Hey, excuse me, sorry. I noticed you over here. You look nice. And I wanted to say hi." Or you can say, "Excuse me, I noticed you over here. You look nice. Are you from," and then wherever. "Are you from Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, Toronto, Shanghai?" Whatever city you're in. And here's the best part about it is you can say, "Are you from wherever?" And what happens? Well, they're either from there or they're not from there. Either way, you could continue conversations. So they'll say, "Yeah." You can say, "Oh, let me guess. You're from wherever neighborhood, right? Pick a neighborhood and then give her a reason why. Maybe you pick like a more hipster area and you say, oh, let me guess. You live in Wicker Park. I don't know. There's something edgy about you. Even if she doesn't look edgy, you can say that. By the way, Wicker Park is a kind of hipster area in Chicago. So I just said that, right? And then you can even go into, oh, she's not from here. That might be more rare. Most of the time they're going to be from there. But if they're not, great. You can have a conversation about where they're from, what they're doing here. Maybe they just moved here, wherever. Maybe they're originally from somewhere else. And then keep going. And then you can use some of the techniques that I talk about in my magnetic book and also in my Hooked program that will help you not only continue conversation, but be able to spark attraction. We're not going to go over that right now. I want to keep this simple. And I want you to just practice this. If you're like, no, I want to learn attraction. Well, you can either get the book or get my Hooked program at getherhooked.com, which is my video course that teaches you how to attract and meet women. But really, it's not even necessary for you to focus on attraction yet. As much as I would love for you to join the program and get the book and all that stuff, really drill this for a little bit. Go out, practice this line, get this line down. A lot of guys, they're not learning this stuff properly. Instead, they're trying to listen to a bunch of podcasts, learn it all, watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Maybe they even get the book or the Hooked course, and they try to implement it all. And that's not how you do it because you're going to fail. It's like saying, I want to learn guitar. And then you're like, I'm going to learn all the scales, all the chords, and I'm going to play all the songs. Like, no, that's not how it works. You got to start somewhere and you got to build it up. You got to build it up, right? It takes time. So why don't you take time now and use this and be like, I'm going to get really good at opening. I'm going to go out every day this week and practice this 3 times. Hey, excuse me. Sorry, I noticed you over here. You look nice. Are you from wherever? It's crazy, but sometimes with even the little bit of social skills that you might have right now, if you're not, really good at meeting girls, with that little bit of social skills, you might be able to get a couple numbers just based off of this opener I gave you. It's kind of wild. I was at a party actually the other day, and I was talking to some friends, and we were talking about what I do for a living because there's not a lot of dating coaches out there, and someone said that they noticed someone comment on my Instagram photo about how they got some results. By the way, at TripAdvice, follow me on Instagram, hang out with me over there. And so I kind of came to a little revelation here. I said, yeah, a lot of guys that I talk to, and this is, by the way, this is myself included when I first started. I'm not keeping myself out of this, but a lot of guys, this might be you, sometimes just need enough technique or just a little bit of encouragement and confidence to go up and start a conversation. And sometimes that's like 80% of the way there. Now, not every time, you might be going out and doing a lot of openers and talking and having conversations, but it's still not working, and that's fine. You'll get there. There's other things you need to do, but sometimes just going up and starting the conversation, it's crazy, but that's enough. That can get a girl interested because you don't know. You might not even know how much charisma you have. You might not even know how good a conversation you are. Or maybe you just have the look that the girl's looking for. And by the way, I'm not saying good-looking model type Brad Pitt, Jason Statham, Justin Bieber kind of look. I mean, there are women out there who are attracted to a specific kind of guy for whatever reason, like a specific look. Maybe you're dressed in a certain way. Maybe you're acting in a certain way. Maybe your face is shaped in a certain way. She just likes it. Just like everyone has different preferences of who they're attracted to. So sometimes it's just going up, starting a conversation, and boom, that's enough. It's wild. It really is. So I want you to test that out. I want you to test it out and see how that does for you. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Since I already told you my Instagram handle a couple times, I want you to DM me, and I will respond to you. I will respond to you, but I want you to tell me, and don't lie, that you actually used this line. And let me know how it went. Let me know how it went for you. Okay? But please, don't just DM me because you want to chat with me and whatever, and you just want to, lie about it. Don't lie. Go out and use it. Let me know how it went for you. I will do my very absolute best to respond to you in the DMs. Okay? So make sure you go over there and follow me, and hopefully this line works out for you. I'd love to hear that it worked out. But either way, I more so care about that you used it. It's like as if I was a fitness trainer. I just hope that you showed up at the gym. Step 1, show up at the gym. In this case, step 1, just do the approach, get in the conversation, leave rejection out the window. A lot of people get so scared of rejection. And I get it. It is scary. By all means, I understand. I relate. But you have to just get over the fact that rejection is that hard that you can't do it. You got to be able to get rejected because it's going to happen. We got to get you in there. It's like I'm putting you in the boxing ring and know that you're going to get hit. But in this case, you're not really getting hit in the face here, okay? It's just a little ego bruise that you can deal with. Oh, boo-hoo, a girl rejected you. Who cares? Yeah, guess what? If I had a bunch of girls approaching you, you'd reject some too. Okay? So let's get over that fact and let's move forward. You know, it's like if I told you to go to the gym and you're like, oh, I don't want to work out. It's going to be scary. It's going to be hard. It's going to be painful. It's painful to lift those weights and I'm going to be sore afterwards. It's like, well, you need a little pain in there. It's part of it. You need a little pain. So I'm asking you right now, can we get you out there taking action using this conversation opener? I haven't talked about a lot of techniques recently, and I wanted to come back to this in the podcast and really go over some cool stuff that I have for you, and this is one of them. So let's get out there. Let's use this. Let's see how it works for you. In the meantime, you know what to do. Check out Magnetic on Amazon. Check out the Hooked program at getherhooked.com. Use this stuff wisely. It will work for you. Hopefully, I will see you in the DMs over at Instagram at TripAdvice. Check it out and talk to you soon. Hey, it's Trip Kramer. How would you like to be the man that women are naturally drawn to and command the animalistic magnetism that makes women desperately compete to become your lover? It's not enough to attract her. You've got to get her hooked. And that's why I'm inviting you to learn how to create an amazing abundance in your dating life that will make your friends grab you and demand to know what you're doing differently. You'll learn how to turn a female friend into a lover, how to set up a first date that naturally leads to sex. You'll even learn to get your ex-girlfriend or wife back if that's what you want. This program, Hooked, will get you everything you need to enjoy the sex life and dating life you know you deserve. Go to getherhooked.com to learn how to get a woman completely addicted to you. 100% money back guaranteed. Getherhooked.com.